Buenas noches, Boston. ¿Cómo estamos en casa? I am so proud and so excited to have you all here because tonight we have a live audience. Say hello, everybody. Woo! Sheena, this is what you're doing.
This is
Thank
amazing.
you so much.
Thank you all for being here.
I am so proud to be able to welcome not only a friend, she is a mom, she's a wife, she is joy all over that word. She is a fabulous woman that supports other women. And most likely, you all know her for her beautiful voice. Sheena Melwani. Welcome to Que Pasa, Boston.
Muchas gracias.
I love having Sheena here with me because she is a resemblance of what Boston is all about. Boston is about talent, about success, and it's about true stories. And I invited you today because I want you to tell me more of you. I want people to know who you are, where you come from, the struggles, the beautiful things that you've experienced, but most importantly, of what made you who you are today. And let's start about your family because you have a wonderful son, Jay. Hello, Jay. And Zara, that is here too, a beautiful gymnast. And your husband, Dinesh, who's a very good friend of mine. And I thank you guys for sharing Sheena with me tonight. How is it to live in Boston, to have your family here, go to school, and also be a sing-songwriter?
It's actually a wonderful thing when you find your people, when you find the people that you make your life with. And I could not ask for a better team. This is my team in life, and they are truly remarkable people. They are supportive, they are pure love, and they teach me a lot. They have taught me a lot about being a good human being, a kind mother, friend, wife, and singer and songwriter, and it just translates.
For those who are listening and our audience that do not know Sheena Melwani not only is a sing-songwriter, but she's also a content creator. She has over 10 million followers in her social networks. And what I am impressed is that she not only has those millions and millions of followers, but she also reproduces these videos and shares content that is very much so authentic. It resonates with most of us. And for me, it's important to bring resources and give the opportunity to talent to be showcased here. It's very difficult to shine in the music industry, and me having this platform provides an opportunity for people like Sheena and people that are successful and talented here in Boston to shine. So tonight is gonna be your night. It's all about you, and I want us to enjoy a little bit of the history of how you started on that social media pathway, because you started with 1 follower, I imagine. How did you get to 10 million?
I had 4. Come on.
Okay, 4. Yeah, I figured. Mom, dad.
That's right.
All right.
Brother,
Okay,
husband.
exactly. People follow Sheena, please. She's dying. She needs more followers.
Well, that's honestly, thank you for asking. And first of all, thank you for having me and for sharing your platform, because it's really special to be able to be up here and share the story, but to actually have your friend beside you supporting you, it feels really, really special. So thank you for having us. It's my journey and my world on social media. I didn't set out to do this. I didn't start saying, I want to be a creator. I've always sung. It's always been something that's come naturally to me, but I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I sang in a wedding band. I sang, here and there, wherever I could, corporate gigs, whenever I could, but I was working towards signing with a label, that traditional path. And, I didn't know what the future was going to hold for me when I was at a college. But it just didn't feel right. I'm not the girl.
So you didn't buy followers?
No, I didn't buy followers.
Just checking.
But it was one of those things that never felt like it was me. I didn't want to be the woman on tour leaving her family at home, or being, putting my kids to bed and running out to sing at a bar on Friday and Saturday night. I wanted to be with my family. And so when the pandemic hit and I had an opportunity to turn my phone on and everybody was home and everybody was sitting there waiting for some kind of connection and something to entertain them and make them feel good, the same way that I was looking for that connection and that, what can I do to make myself feel and my family and my kids feel better, we turned to social media. And I used to turn on my like Facebook Live and I would sing for people, and I would sing for a group of 13, 14, 15 people, like my mom, my dad, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, whoever was there, they would all tune in, and we were all over the world, and we just would sit together.
And for my Latino family, Sheena habla español.
Oh, sí.
And she sings in Spanish. And I've heard her during the pandemic also doing Como la Flor.
Sí, sí. I would sing English, French, Spanish.
Do a little bit. Como la Flor.
Como la flor, con tanto amor, me dice tú.
Woo! So that's what you got to enjoy when you were like just
I was
in
a human
pajamas.
jukebox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I liked a lot about Sheena is that she was so authentic that she had not even put a mascara, no makeup. She was just
Maybe a
truly
lip gloss.
herself. I know. But back then, I don't know if you remember. Well, I still think the kids, even me, I don't want to be on camera if I'm not all, dolled up. And that made me think of what's really important, because it didn't matter. You were in pajamas with your hair up, with the kids.
My family,
it was
right?
with your family, just the everyday normal Sheena. And she got the attention of everybody because of who you were or who you are. And that to me is the essence. That is what's important. And I want you you're home, that you're working on your social media. I want you to know that it's about you, what you bring to the table, who you are, your essence. And I love that you were able to break those barriers. How do you feel
I
about
didn't
that?
know I was breaking those barriers. You're giving me a lot more credit than I deserve. I didn't know that I was breaking any barriers. I was just being myself. And I think that is really the key, is to be yourself as much as you can possibly be in a world where we try to show people what we have, where we're going, what we're doing, who we're with. It wasn't part of my thinking process. I was just showing up for my friends and my family, my kids, my husband. We would turn it on, and I was doing it for myself because I was also sad. So I was singing for people, for myself. And it just came very, very naturally, very authentically.
Is that how you start writing your own songs? Or how did you go from just singing covers or just the songs that you like and that you love? When is it that you say, I have an idea, let me write about it?
So I've been writing for many, many, many years, and singing has always been a part of what has made me feel whole. And anytime I felt broken, anytime I had a fight with my husband, anytime I had...
Dinesh, hey, watch it.
Anytime something made me feel anything, that's when I wrote. I lost a friend, I wrote. I had a really cool moment, I wrote. I felt really, really overwhelmed, I wrote. That was how I processed. I was living in Japan. I was walking around not knowing who's around me. I wrote. Like, it was a way for, it's always been.
Did you write in Japanese too?
I wish. No, I didn't. But I can sing
I
in
wish
Japanese.
I could write, but if I write, you don't want to hear what I have to say. It would be not good. I love the fact that your family has supported you, but you have also supported other women. And I want to touch this point because more of you has become some sort of a platform for women, because it was produced by a lot of women in She's the Music,
team.
right? Yep. And I want you to tell me, how did you connect with She's the Music? And also, how were you able to bring this story to Boston Arts Academy and now incorporate even students that are female?
Yeah, thank you. Because this is something that I feel really, really strongly about. There is not enough representation for women in the music industry, in any industry, to be very honest. It's such a small percentage. And when I heard that percentage, I was doing a show last year at the Bose Studios, and I was doing it for a mainly female audience. And somebody said to me, "Do you know that there is it's a 2.9% of women are in music production?" And I said, no, that's not possible. It's just not possible. Why is it that low? And he said, well, this is what we're trying to change. We're trying to work with foundations like She's the Music. We're trying to highlight other women. And I said, okay, I don't know much about the music industry just yet, but I have a platform, and I want to use my platform to raise awareness and to raise women as much as I can.
And I want to make an invitation to everybody that is listening to us. What if they start tagging us or, DMing us? How can we help you? Because we're here to help you. This is the show that is going to bring you resources, that is going to provide some access. And I think if you and I start something, a little trend, something that says like, I'm raising my hand, I want to write a song, I want to show you what I have. I mean, probably we don't have a lot of 10 million hours a day to go through all of them, but it would be great to have that story and platform and resource available.
For me, the way that I did it was I just kept looking for women. I kept searching for more women, which is why I connected with She Is the Music. They connected me to, I had already thankfully started writing with a female.
You didn't invite me to sing.
I'm sorry. Next time.
Good thing, because it would have been a mess. That would not be a good production.
So we reached out to women, and I used I used the resources that She Is the Music had. We connected with a female vocal engineer, and then we moved forward to work with a female production team. The producer that we landed with is incredible. So if you're a female and you're looking, or if you're even a male looking to produce music, try to reach out to your female resources. And we used a female mastering engineer. Wherever we could, we just paid tribute to the women. We tried to get the women on our team.
But I'm going to make an invitation to all men, because women, we support each other, but we need you men to raise your hand and also support us and say like, you know what if I were to create this with a female partner? What if I were to give my wife, my daughter, my whomever an opportunity to also participate in whatever I'm doing? Because I think we cannot make the change alone. No. But if we have you guys also supporting us and saying like, hey, I have an idea, I cannot do it myself, but what if you bring your friends? That would be a change maker overall in any industry. Absolutely. In any situation. So we are asking you guys to show for us and to teach us too how to make it out there, because it's really, really tough.
But the first step is awareness. The fact that we're having this conversation, the fact that we're able to share these kinds of conversations.
Be said, though.
It has to be said, but sometimes it takes a minute to say it. It takes a minute to understand that there's even a problem. So the fact that we're having this conversation, the fact that all of you are here listening to it, you might leave with this one nugget and say, "Oh, that's true. I didn't even know that." And you might go home and tell your daughters, and you might go home and tell your sisters and your friends or your brothers or your sons. Teach them, tell them, have those conversations with them. My kids hear it all the time. Like, this is part of our conversation in our home.
We want to hear more of you, and I want to hear more of where this song comes about. What is More of You all about?
I'm going to embarrass my son a little bit. I don't know if he knows this full story, but my son, who is now 14, when he was probably about 12, he and I were butting heads a lot. We used to fight about everything because we are so similar. We're so stubborn, and we both know exactly what we want. And as his mom, I always thought I knew better. And I reached a point in my life where I was like, no, whether I know better or not, it needs to be his story. I need to let him be more of himself. And so the minute I started exploring that concept of more of him, more independence, more of his personality, more of whoever he was going to be, because children come through us, not to us, right? And he has his own journey, he has his own story that he needs to write, and I'm here to support it.
And it's funny you're saying that, because I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and we were discussing the fact that we have become the everything for one person. So now you have your sister, your partner, or whomever, and it's like, oh, you're my confidant, my trainer, my coach, my chauffeur, you're everything for me. And it's a lot of heaviness and pressure. And I think that also we need to learn to let people become who they're supposed to become. And that's what you're doing with Jay. And I'm trying to do that with my daughter. It's very challenging.
It's very
but I'm
challenging.
trying.
So that's how the idea came to be. And then I realized the more I ideated on it, the more I realized this should be the story for all of our relationships, not only just me and my son, me and my daughter, my mother-in-law, my husband, my parents, my sister, my friends. The beauty happens when you let people shine and you let them bring who they are and their magic into the relationship too. You can't manipulate the entire thing to just be what you want.
That's why I'm going to let you shine now. And we're going to invite our super guitarist from Boston Arts Academy, Eva Jackson. Eva, please join
Come on,
Sheena, who is going to also, as a female instrumental, play more of you, and I'm going to leave you with more of them.
Come on up, Eva. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Eva. We just met a few weeks ago, and she is incredible. She's at the Boston Arts Academy, and she didn't know these two songs before we started. She heard them for about, 10 minutes? And she is, you can tell me after, but I think she crushes it. Like, she's just incredible. So here is More of You. Thank you. And this is really exciting because it's the first time that we're going to perform this since it was released here on Pasa Boston. You make me feel like dancing in the rain. You make me feel like laughing every day. I can't imagine how I'd be okay without you. And you're like rays of sunshine on my face, and you're like falling snow on Christmas Day. I can't imagine how I'd be okay without you. You're what I need on my worst days, and when I surrender to you, I find my way. If I could just tell the world and make it true, let there be less of me and more of you. Let there be less of me and more of you. You are the reason I show up. You give me strength when I've had enough. Whenever I feel like I'm not okay, I've got you. I love the way you smile with your eyes, and with your silence give me butterflies. Whenever I feel like I'm not okay, I've got you. 'Cause you're what I need on my worst days, and when I surrender to you, I find my way. If I could just tell the world and make it true, let there be less of me and more of you. When I feel my weakest, you build me up and make me whole. You're what I need on my worst days, and when I surrender to you, I find my way. You're what I need on my worst days, and when I surrender to you, I find my way. If I could just tell the world and make it true, let there be less of me and more of you. Let there be less of me and more of you. Didn't she crush it? Thank you. We're going to do one more song, and I think you guys will recognize this one. It's really having its moment right now, but we're changing it up a little bit. I think my kids are sick and tired of this song, but they haven't heard this version, so maybe they'll like it. This is Ordinary by Alex Warren, and it's such a beautiful song. So Eva and I are going to make it our own, but let us know what you think.
They say the holy water's watered down. This town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, but if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane our masterpiece. Oh my, my, oh my, my love. I'll take one look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vine. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so out of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground of your sanctuary. You shattered me with your touch. Oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found hopeless hallelujah on the side of heaven's gates. Oh my life, how do you breathe and take my breath away? At your altar I will pray. You're the sculptor, I'm the clay. Oh my, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down to a dead and buried on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vine. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so out of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground of your sanctuary. You shattered me with your touch. Oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so heavenly, higher than ecstasy. Whenever you're next to me, oh my, the world was in black and white until I saw your light. I knew I had to die to find something so out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vine.
Thank you so much, Eva. Wasn't she amazing? Can you believe it? She's not even in college yet. This girl has just the world is your oyster, Eva. Keep playing, keep shining.
I'm speechless.
Oh.
That doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
I know.
It's like you have to tell
Gabby
me to stop.
is the friend I call when I need somebody to talk to me.
I was telling Sheena when we were rehearsing and I really was tearing up. I feel very proud of you. For me, it's not just the fact that you're releasing a new song. For me, it's a new era, a new step in your career. I am so honored to welcome you in my show, but not only because I believe in you, but because we're giving opportunity to other talented people to dream and to become who they want to become.
Can I share a little story?
Yes.
I have been trying to do this for many, many, many years. So anybody that's listening right now, there's no right time for anything. Or there is a right time, but it's not when you always think it is. So I've spent many, many years thinking that, oh, now it's the time. Now it's the time. Now it's the time. And when the time is right, it happened. So
It's today.
it's today.
It's today, people. So thank you so much to our lovely audience
Thank
for
you.
being here tonight with us. Where can we find you, Sheena? Where can people follow you that don't know anything about you?
It's literally just my name everywhere. Sheena Melwani. You can find me on all the socials. You can find me on Spotify and Apple and Amazon. You can hear the
Because
music.
you have a podcast as
We
well.
have a podcast.
You have your YouTube channel where you share
Yes.
all the
Yes. Our
amazing.
podcast is called Sheena Interrupted, and everything else is at Sheena Melwani.
Where can they download the song?
Apple, Spotify, Amazon.
And it's
Called
More of
You.
More of you, people. I want to hear more of all of you with all those dreams and all those stories. Don't forget to download the iHeart app and select Que Pasa Boston as your favorite podcast. Also, in that same app, you can find Sheena Melwani, More of You. Thank you, everybody, for